So today, guys, I'm going to be answering a question that has been on my mind lately, and it probably has brought you some curiosity as well. That is, should you get your fragrance from a rack store or if you should get it from online? Now, my honest opinion is that you go for the rack store every single time whenever you can, if it's within a $5 radius of the cheapest website you can find. And the reason being is, if you get it from the rack store, you're gonna get the authentic product, you're gonna get a newer bottle, you're gonna get an updated version of the fragrance. And I learned this firsthand because I had originally bought this fragrance here from Ross, and this is the Donald Duck Eau de Toilette. And when I bought it from Ross, it kind of was a game changer for me. It was one of the best fragrances I ever had. And I do believe this is a outdated bottle, maybe a different batch possibly even. But what I'm trying to say with that is the juice is still similar to the one I have here from the Ross one. And if anything, this one might be a little bit more bluer, a little bit more updated, and a lot more plum note heavy oriented. Whereas this one that I got from online, there is going to be a color difference. So the bottom of this is different from this one. The color of Donald himself, he's a lot lighter in this one and a lot darker in this one. Another thing as well that I've noticed is the bottom. The bottoms are completely different. You see this one up here? This is the one I got from Rack Store. It's well redefined. It's designed well. This one is more like a lazy flat design. And the lazy flat design was on a Ross bottle that I had from the first time around. So it's not just like this is a one-off thing. No, it's actually like that. So I believe this is more updated in my opinion. So looking at that as points to look at, you notice that something's up. Now, what had happened here is I noticed that something was up here with the online one because I smelt it. I had thought to myself, this really isn't the same scent, and because it just didn't smell like it was like as good as it should have been. I feel like this one smelled a little more diluted, a little more not so good. Maybe one of the first batches possibly coming to expiration or something. I'm not too sure how long this scent has been out for, but what I do know is that this one smells way better, and it lasts longer, and it projects better, and it has way smoother notes. So this one's like really strong alcohols, and you know, it is what it is, honestly. In my opinion, I would skip out on buying it from online because there's a high chance you could get a fake. And another thing to look at here, and this is weird too, the boxes are different colors, so it doesn't really look so much on camera, but they're different colors. Another thing too is that the code on this one is back here, and the code on this one is at the bottom, which isn't nothing weird in my opinion because cameras do that as well. What becomes weird to me is this right here, the actual boxes side by side. One of them is way smaller, so this one right here is bigger. I don't know if you can pick that up. I wish I could put them flat, but one of them just is a little bit of a fatter box. It's not like an equal match, and that's something to keep in mind. You know, these are somewhat different, and don't think cheap fragrances can't be cloned or whatever. I'm sure it happens all the time. But for me, this video is more of a warning to you guys that if you guys want to take the gamble, you can get the one from the online just to save a couple bucks, but it might not be worth it in the end. Honestly, if you're going to be spending X amount of money, you're going to want to ensure that every dollar is worth it, and you don't want to get something that's inferior just because you were cheap. I mean, honestly, if you want to smell good, then it's going to take what it has to, and you're just gonna have to trust this process. And after all, Ross and stuff is really cheap. Marshalls, they're really fair with the pricing. Sometimes they even go on clearance and stuff, so you can get some really good fragrances at those places. Sure, online sometimes will be cheaper, upwards $10 to even $15 cheaper, but my recommendation with that is go to trusted websites. Sometimes the websites are going to be good. I'm not saying all websites are just horrible and sell expired or old fragrances. It's not the case here. What I'm trying to say is be wary. I mentioned the Lattafa earlier, and I came across the realization actually it doesn't do that. The Lattafas have their own expiration dates at a specific area, and I was just saying that because Kawa has a different location, but that's a different fragrance, so it's not the same thing. So yeah, these boxes are not the same, and here I'll prove it right now. There is some like different writing here behind here. I don't know where this is from, but what I do know is this right here. You see that little note right there? That's in this box, and for some odd reason that little note is not here at all. You see it? It's not there, and it's on this one. So you guys are seeing it just as I am. The Disney location is different too, as well as the Airval. They both have QR codes, but you see you got Mr. Mickey Mouse over here. No Mickey Mouse over here. So yeah, I got these from different places, so I don't know if it's fake. I might be cooked, guys. I really might be cooked. Another thing too is it's wider. So I said it was wider, and yeah, one of them is way wider. I was claiming the top one from before this video got cut, so you can go back and pause that. But they have the exact same barcode, which I think is kind of funny. It's literally the exact same barcode. I guess it's the universal barcode, or it's a copycat barcode. So the barcode's the same, but if you could tell, this wording right here, that's up here, and this one's up here. And there's just so much more. It really is a lot of stuff here that's very off. It makes you wonder, really. So that's most of what I've noticed, just right off the bat. I bet you there's just way more. I just don't want to get too into detail. The other thing too is the back is completely different. So the design is completely different. You see the clouds? Very, very different. Very, very different. Not even the same design. I do like this Mickey Mouse over here, by the way. But what I was trying to say with that is the front, though, is identical. So it wasn't a change in design. It's literally, I think, a clone or something. Like I said, I'm probably cooked. There's a high chance I'm cooked. These are the exact same. And the side here is also not even... I don't know, maybe it's just a misprint type of thing, but what I'm seeing is a very different box. That's what I'm seeing. So I just wanted to leave with that. There is more things that I do want to get into detail for about that, but like I said, online is going to give you something that's more hogwash in a bottle, something that's more of a bunk type of product. Whereas if you get it from Ross or whatever, you're going to get something that's more than likely came from the manufacturing themselves. So I will probably not be buying online unless I have already tested the product from, like, say, Ross. Anyways, so don't forget to like, subscribe, leave me comments, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have had something similar happen to you guys, where you got a clone and then you liked it so much you went and got another bottle and it just came out a little different, because these bottles do get reformulated. The boxes might get remodeled. I'm not too sure about that, but one thing is certain: you are going to want, unless it's a Nerf, you are going to want the updated batch. You don't want to go and get a fragrance that's old. It just doesn't make sense. Final verdict and opinion is just go with the rack store. You're gonna be thankful, because like I said before, unless you're getting something that's was better then than it is now, then getting an outdated bottle might be in your best interest there. But for the most part, that's not the case here. As these times go, the fragrances either get worse or they get better, and regardless of what happens, you always are going to want something that's at least fresh and it's going to last longer. Because let's say your fragrance expires next year, and why get a fragrance that expires next year when you can get a fragrance that expires within a 5-year time frame that actually says it expires in 5 years? So yeah, what I'm trying to say now is I wasn't the only one who noticed this. I had my cousin try both of the Donald Ducks. Shout out to him, because he also noticed most of what I didn't notice. And I'm glad he did notice, because now he gave me an idea for a topic. And I did want to disclose this with you guys, because me and him were both amazed as to how much we found out that day in a short period of time. He pointed out a lot of things, mainly the bottom, as it's completely different bottom. So yeah, he mentioned when he smelled the second one, the one from online and the one from Ross. He said he really liked the Ross one, and when he smelled the one from online, he said, did you give me a different sense? This is not the same sense. And those were my thoughts exact. My thoughts exact, to the point where it's like, I knew something was up, that I had to literally dig up more things that I was seeing, and now there's just more things and more things, and I bet you there's plenty more things that I didn't even touch on. But like I said, that's just something that's probably small. The box could have just been different is all. But in my honest opinion, what I think is I think that I got an older box. I don't think I got a fake, because the smell is too similar. I do think it's more diluted, but that might be because it was diluted from the start, or time is gone. I'm not sure what happened here. All I know is I could have just got a bad bottle, but that's not the case either, because I opened up 2 of them, because I bought 4 of them from online, and 2 out of the 4 that I opened smell not as good as the Ross ones. So this is just one experiment. I will want to test in the future more, but I think something similar may have happened with other fragrances that I've owned, but I don't want to mention them until I know for a fact that's the case. As of now, I will try to avoid online unless it's something that I know will give me the proper item. And there is some good companies out there. I'm not gonna name it. It is getting dark here, so what I wanted to say here and leave off is this does not include like the actual like websites for the fragrances. Example, Mont Blanc. You go to Mont Blanc website, then buy it online, because you're gonna get full authentic bottles. What I'm talking about is those discount websites, because sometimes some things are too good to be true, and I had to find that out myself.